Hi and welcome to GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions. Just doing an update on my helis. I've got a new one, and that is the Blade 180 CFX. That's it with its stock canopy, which that was the first thing I basically took off. Usual fare. I didn't particularly like the colour, didn't stand out particularly well in the sky, very flimsy, and my plan for this little helicopter is to actually bling it up a little bit. I'm not going to use it for hardcore 3D flying. All my practice flying is going to be done with the mcps brushless here, which is perfect for. Completely trashed it the other day. It's all rebuilt, all ready to go. I did the canopy, the undercarriage and the boom. One of the little links went missing. Other than that, put it all back together. The boom was like £6. I already had a spare canopy and I already had an undercarriage, because quite often sometimes you buy these, you buy a couple of bits and bobs that you break. Didn't break the blades or anything else, and that was it. So it's all back together and that's flying again. So that crash, it was horrific. It was in as hard as I've ever crashed it. And it cost me a few quid, whereas if I'd done that on a bigger heli, it cost you hundreds of pounds. So that's why I do all my practice flying inverted and that on this little guy. This one I'm going to be a little bit more subdued with, as I am with this one, and I've had this for about 10 years. So that gives you an idea of the size. We've got micro heli, that's the mcps brushless 180 size, and then that's 400 size. The 180 is a sort of a reduced 400 or 300 size, if you like, rather than a bigger. I know it's the replacement for the 130, but the 130 was a bigger micro. This is a smaller sort of 400 size. And what I mean by that, it's got proper servos. The tail drive system is much better. Everything about it is better. Got carbon side frames, aluminium mounts. And so I'm going to bling it up a little bit. I haven't decided on the undercarriage yet. At the moment, I've painted this a bit of a funny colour, but that's going to be replaced at some point with a carbon one. I just haven't sort of found one that I really like yet. The blades I'm going to replace just with green ones like on here, and also the tail blades, and that's more about visibility. Obviously the canopy is nice and visible. The other thing I've changed so far is the tail fin. You get this plastic sort of just out of the mould thing, which is really flimsy and just didn't like it. So I've got a nice carbon one with a colour to match the sort of the bright bits on the monster canopy there. I've also ordered some canopy mounts in green anodised aluminium, because these ones, I just don't like the plastic ones on there, and I feel like I'm going to snap them off at some point, so I'm going to change those. And I've also ordered the boom supports with green anodised ends on, just to match and just to sort of tie the colour in, if you like. I'm not going to change anything on the head. I'm happy with all that. I've added some little rubber grommets on these three, but nowhere else. And at the moment, I'm just doing sort of test flying at the moment, because I think the gears need meshing in a little bit, and it just needs bedding in, because it sort of revs up and the governor kicks in, but it doesn't quite go high enough, and then all of a sudden it gets there and speeds up, and then it's fine, and it's sort of nice, locked in, lovely flying helicopter as far as I can see. But I say, at the moment, test hovering only, going to take it really nice and easy with that. Again, if I do crash it, the bits aren't particularly expensive for it. Blades, boom, tail, you can either buy just basic plastic bits to replace, or you can upgrade as you go. It's it's not going to be that expensive. So this is one of the very few helicopters I've decided just to bling out a little bit. I normally, as you can see, I normally don't bother with anything particularly. So there you go. I've got it bound with my Spectrum DX7. All I've done at the moment is downloaded the settings off of the website straight onto the SD card onto the DX7, and they seem to be pretty okay. Going to need a little bit of tweaking here and there, but other than that, nothing major. The other thing I wanted was I want an aluminium anti-rotation guide, I think. Just a nice green one, because that sticks up there, so it's going to show up nice. But I haven't found a green aluminium anodised one yet. They do gold, red and silver and black. I've not seen a green one yet, but we'll see how we go with that. So that's just my initial thoughts really on the Blade CFX. Comes with a 450 milliamp 11.1 volt 3-cell battery, which is nice. No charger with it, but that's the way around I'd prefer it. A battery and no charger to keep the cost down. I've got, I don't use the chargers you get with these anyway. They just, I've got a pile of them in there. They just get slung in the garage. So, or I just stick them on eBay once I've got a few of them, sell them all off. But so I'm quite happy with that. And I've also bought myself a Turnigy, same milliamp hour battery, but this is a 35C. I think the Turnigy is like a 60C or something. But it was just a spare battery really, and it was good value. And I do like the Turnigy Nanotechs, so I've got one of those to go in it as well. So there you go. This is GRVOTV, G's Reviews, Views and Opinions, just with my initial thoughts on the Blade 180 CFX. I'll see you soon. Bye.